Hello, Aries, and welcome to Positive Light Tarot. My name is Tracy, and I am so happy that you have joined me here this week. This is your weekly reading for September 8th to the 14th. So for those of you that are new to my channel, welcome. I hope you enjoyed today's reading. And those of you that are returning, welcome back. Thank you so much for taking the time out to spend with me here this week. I hope that everyone enjoys the reading. I certainly hope it resonates with everyone. I want to thank you for all of your likes, shares, for your subscriptions, and of course for the warm, wonderful, positive comments that you leave weekly. It certainly helps me to connect with your energy, so thank you for that. All right, Aries, let's get right into your reading. We're going to start with your angel message, and it's going to be a message and number that we look at and reveal at the end of the reading. We'll see how it ties the reading together. It could also be an additional message specifically for you at this time. All right, Aries, let's get right into those incoming energies. We are in eclipse month, so lots of stuff is happening throughout the week, throughout the month of September. But this week here, September 8th to the 14th, we are just coming off of a full moon in Pisces, lunar eclipse moon. So lots of clarity, lots of big releases, everything is really magnified. So let's see how that transpires with your incoming energies. Aries, incoming energies for the beautiful sign. Thank you. Wow. Wow. Oh, you've got something going on here. Something is going on in a positive way. All right. Holding a little bit of anxiety. Could be because, again, you're waiting on answers. I feel like you're waiting for something with a contract of some sort. Now, number 18, anxiety. It's just about feeling a little bit of maybe a stress overload. You could feel like there's a lot of weight on your shoulders, or maybe you're assuming a lot of responsibilities at this time. This could be a very heavy week. It could be a heavy week because you've got lots going on. There could be a lot of demands on you financially, physically, mentally, spiritually, emotionally. You know, again, when we feel that push and pull of life's responsibilities, sometimes it can build up. But this is anxiety that, you know, it's really, it's a part of human nature. And it's all in how we deal with the anxiety. How do we release it? What do we do to reduce our stress loads? So this could be a week where maybe you need to figure out what it is you need for yourself to release this sense of anxiety. We'll get more in with the tarot cards because the tarot cards really help to define the energies as well. So give us a little bit more insight. But number 53, now these two cards are really, really quite transformational here. Number 53 is the Magician in the Mirror. So again, it's like the Magician card. You get it, honestly, you get it quite frequently with me in your readings. And I think it truly is because you are a visionary, you are a creator, you are a go-getter, you are somewhat, okay, kind of stepping out of your comfort zone. When you do, you make magic happen. And you can really pull your creativity together and really, again, it's like you can create something. So because of this vision, because of this passion, because of your inspiration and your determination, you become very magical yourself. And magical, I know, sounds like a little bit of a crazy sort of word, but what it means is that you don't let your dreams just sit there and fester. You do something about it. You make it become something. So I truly believe that this Magician in the Mirror is a lot of the energies built up with the lunar eclipses that are happening this month. Could be why you're feeling a little bit more pressure as well, because there's things that you want to accomplish. And when you have all of this creative energy going on inside of you, you just want to make it happen. And the anxiety could be that things aren't progressing as quickly for you. Now, it could have something to do with some sort of contract as well. Number 6, contract. It could be similar to the Justice card. Looking for some clarity to bring balance, looking for some information. It could have something to do with a physical contract or agreement. It could be something that you've been manifesting, meaning you're working towards something even bigger. And the anxiety is that you need to get the answers. The answers need to come in so that you can feel that sense of release and relief. And you can remove that blindfold. Then you can see exactly where you stand. The anxiety stands in the unknown and not knowing exactly where everything is going. But you, with this energy that you have of that magician in the mirror, I think that you have the capability, and you certainly have all the tools that you need to certainly bring something to light. So let's get your current energies. Let's see how they connect as well with the energies that are showing up in your incoming energies. All right, we've got some lovely cards here as well. So great way to start off your weekly reading. Number 30, the garden and the gate. Again, there is a gate. Right now, the gate is closed. Okay, so currently you feel like this gate is closed. You are holding the key, okay, because the key is around your neck. I think that with it being around your neck, what's coming up is the throat chakra, okay, meaning that you are waiting on communications. You are waiting on to receive some sort of information, because once you receive it, then you will be able to take that key and you will be able to unlock that gate. And then you'll be able to release the anxiety. Number 47, the thinking woman. Again, remember, there is no gender with any of these cards. Information, insight, knowledge, transformation. All of this puts you in a powerful position. And again, I think what's happening is you right now, currently you're on the receiving end of really putting the feelers out there to get some sort of information so that you have clarity. It releases that anxiety and it helps remove that mask, all right? Or it helps remove that blindfold. And the healer of the ages, number 51, healing energy. It's maybe, again, if you've been feeling a little bit under the weather, maybe because you've been feeling a little bit of a heavy load of stress or responsibilities, the healer of the ages shows that there is healing magical energy around you, and that you are going through the phases and stages of emotionally, physically, and spiritually healing to some extent. It could be relationships, it could be work, it could be finances, it could be just your own inner self right now that is just going through a little bit of a healing process. But again, maybe for some of you, you are waiting on some answers to do with some sort of a healing process as well. And I really feel like there is a new beginning that is waiting here for you. And it comes with answers, because with those answers, you're able to open that gate and you're able to see that there's a lot of abundance flowing on the other side of that gate. Now, there also are butterflies on the other side of that gate, Aries, meaning that there's transformations that are just right there waiting to take place. All right, let's get right into your tarot cards. So we're going to get the first 3 cards here. Let's find out what's happening here as we move through the week for the beautiful sign Aries. First 3 cards, please. Spirit angels, guides. 1. Oh my gosh, see, you got the magician again, honestly. Wow. And 3. Okay. Let's get right into this. We've got, again, the magician energy. Certainly it is the card of the magician that is somewhat part and parcel of the message of the energies that are coming in. The universe is saying, this is a time. This is a great time of magical energy that surrounds you, and it has a lot, I think, to do with the eclipse season. Lots of changes are taking place. Just because there are all these changes taking place, it doesn't mean they all happen all at once. Sometimes it's stepping stones. You're going to see these things transform within the next 6 months. It could be, and I don't like to say 6 months. Let's not put time limits on anything, because time, energy is fluid. We have no idea how things transpire. For some people, it transpires quicker than others. But what I want to reiterate here is that the magical energy that you may be feeling, you're going to start feeling it stronger and stronger and stronger as we move from week to week, day to day, week to week, month to month. The magician, again, very powerful energy. Now, the 5 of Swords, the way I'm seeing this is that there is something that you are feeling a conflict with. And I think it's more of a mental conflict, because it has to do with your thought processes or your communications. I feel that this is a hidden victory, meaning that you are trying to overcome something, okay? So you're trying to overcome this anxiety, and there's something around you that is, that it's almost as if you're having to face something and find victory within it. And I'm not saying that you're settling for anything, because we should never settle. But what I think that what you're having to do here is you're having to receive this victory, because it's a necessary victory. It's almost as if your hands are tied and you don't really have a choice. And the choice is that you have to come out of this with sort of the win. And I believe that you do. I believe that you will. I think you have, again, a very strong force of energy around you. I think the universe really does have your back. But I think that for some of you, you may be in a position, whether it's a work, financial position, or relationship, whether that relationship is platonic, family, or love, you know, it's going to be different for each of you, but you're almost feeling as if in order to release the anxiety and to heal from it, you're being put in a position where you really have to come out with all of your resources, because this is something where you are going to receive a victory for. The Page of Coins, it could have to do with somebody younger in your life. So for some of you, I do see it could have to deal with a child. And when I say a child, depending on what stage of life you're in, these could be grown children, these could be adult children, they could be young children. But the Page of Coins, nonetheless, is somebody that is younger than you. It could be a new message, earth signs. So it is grounding energy, earthly energy. So again, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. But I do believe, again, there is a magic that's surrounding the situation. So whatever this victory is, it could be actually something that opens up the doors to a greater sense of healing as well. Could also have to do with some sort of a job offer or some sort of new element coming into the workforce. Let's get your clarifying cards so that we can get a little bit more clarification on what these cards mean as we move through the week as well. So let's start with the Magician and the Five of Swords. Ten of Pentacles. Wow. Inheritances. You could have to be standing up for yourself. Again, this is long-term grounding energy. It is very much about abundance. It can be about extreme wealth. I do feel like it could be a family situation in which you are in a leadership role where you are somewhat having to take a different stance, okay? And that might be just for some of you, Aries. Nonetheless, with the Magician card, you are creating something here. You're creating a vision. I do believe this is something for long term, because the Ten of Pentacles really is about long-term abundance. For some of you, you are really fighting your way up the ladder. And when I say fighting, I don't mean like physically fighting. I think mentally you are learning some new skills to bring you in that sort of achieving or victory mode. But I do believe that it has something to do with long-term finances here. All right. I think that there is definitely, I think you do hold some sort of key or some sort of information that is going to be very helpful. It's going to open up that gateway. And I think that that gateway is going to be right in alignment with something long-term financially for you. We're going to keep going. If we need to get more cards, we'll get more cards. Let's try find out with the Five of Swords and the Page of Coins. Spirit, angels, guides, and now we got the Page of Cups. So I do feel a lot of young energy, youthful energy, something in its infancy stage. It could be the beginning phases of something that you are working towards. It's something that's very creative, but it also has a lot of potential to build over time, a lot of stability. Emotions are attached to whatever this is, so it could be something to do with family for sure. There could be a little bit of a hiccup with a family situation. This is what's causing the anxiety. But this magical energy, it's like things are transforming, and it's not as if you don't have the tools. You have the right tools to be able to figure out how to resolve whatever this is. The Page of Cups can also be intuitive messages, so really feeling your way through this situation as well and trusting in your own instincts. That could very much be a guiding tool for you at this time as well. Let's get the next three cards. We've got the Hermit. Seven of Wands, standing your ground, and I'm not shocked to see it, because there is something where you are standing your ground. And it could have to do with your finances. So it could have to do with work, could have to do with family. But no matter what the case is, you are having to stand your ground, stick up for yourself, and show that really have boundaries. Let's keep going here, okay? Let me start with the first one. There's just so many messages coming through, Aries. I'm sorry. The 9, the Hermit, going deep within to find the inner strength that you need. Sometimes we need to take some time out on our own in order to really grasp our inner strength, because we all have a light that shines within us. Sometimes that light is bright and it guides the way, and other times it can dim. And that dims sometimes because of work, our pressures of life, anxiety, family pressures, love pressures. Again, there's all different types of pressures that we each feel. So when our light gets dim, we kind of feel like we've lost our way. The Hermit is a reminder that maybe it's time to take some time out for yourself. Self-care is really important here. There is some healing energies certainly going on in your current energies, and I think a lot of it's going to come with the inner wisdom that you have within you. You need to search for that again. It's there, but you've kind of lost it along the way. So taking a little bit of a time out is really going to be beneficial for you, because it's going to help you gain the insight that you need to be able to move productively forward. Now, the Seven of Wands in the middle of your reading, it's to the right of the Five of Swords. This victory out of necessity comes with you having to stand your ground. You may find this week that you do have to stick up for yourself. There could be an idea, there could be something that you're trying to communicate, and you're having to stand your position on this. And I do believe that it will result in some sort of victory. It could have to do with family. I'm feeling like there is something family where you may have to really, maybe even set some boundaries. The King of Coins here is a very realistic, practical, structured king. Very ambitious. Now, he's earth energy, so you could be dealing with some earth signs. I'm seeing a lot of earth energy in your reading this week. I'm seeing Virgo. A lot of Virgo energy. So if that means anything to any of you Aries, okay, I only say it because for some of you it might make sense. Now, the King of Coins, again, could be your energy at this time too. It's taking control of situations. And I feel like there's almost something financially that you have to take a good grasp with. It could have to do with agreements and contracts of some sort. It could have to do with some sort of legalities as well. For some of you, it could have to do with inheritances, especially if there is some sort of money dealings going on, that maybe you are in charge of this. And you have to find the victory within all of this, even though it's not a victory where you feel this great sense of celebration. Again, it's a victory of some sort of necessity. Let's find out with the Hermit and the Seven of Wands. You will find, by searching for your inner self-discovery, your inner wisdom, it will prepare you that much stronger to stand your ground. Let's find out what's happening here with the Hermit card, number 9, and the Seven of Wands. Trusting in your intuition. Aries, this is coming up a few times here in your reading already. Number 2, the High Priestess. I really truly believe that you have the inner wisdom, the inner knowing, and the ability to really trust in your intuition. And the universe is really calling out to you this week to say that this is something you must embrace. It is going to give you an unbelievable amount of strength and courage. And whatever has been hidden, because the High Priestess is somewhat of a mysterious, there's mysteries within this card. And I still believe that we're searching here for some sort of light, some sort of insight. Let's find out with the Seven of Wands and the King of Coins. Now, this shows that the Seven of Wands just shows your valor. It shows your conviction, and it shows your strength, and that you are willing to set boundaries where necessary to succeed, and you won't back down. You won't let go. And when I say don't let go, it's because this is something that is extremely important to you. And it might have something to do with your own finances or your own ambitions, your own goals. Let's see with the Seven of Wands and the King of Coins. Standing your ground. Some of you could have to stand your ground against with somebody who is of an earth sign. Could be a boss, could be a mentor, could be a leader. Anybody in your life that presents that sort of energy. All right, let's see here. And the Queen of Swords. You got 2, Page of Swords and Queen of Swords. The Queen of Swords, okay, so with the Page of Swords, let's start with this Page of Swords. This to me is another message. You've got 3 pages in your reading. It shows a lot of youthful energy or a lot of messages that are coming through this week. Page of Swords is holding the sword of truth. There's some sort of information that is coming in, and it might be information that puts you sort of on the defense. It's something that you need to carefully review and carefully research before you communicate anything further. Make sure that you take this in because it's something of great importance. It could have to do with a contract or an agreement of some sort, and it's something to do with long term, and it could be the finances, could be stability, could be job, could be relationships, but I'm thinking it's more with some sort of contract. Now with that Page of Swords, you also got the Queen of Swords. She is a no-nonsense queen. She says it like it is. So there could be somebody who's bringing you some very insightful information this week that is going to be a breakthrough for you. All right, let's keep going. All right, we've got 3 more cards here. Let's find out. So there is a lot of insight coming this week, and that's what we need to release you from whatever that anxiety is. I feel like you're put in a position where you have to be the winner here. And that's okay. Sometimes in life we have to. We have to do what we have to do. And that's okay. It's called being in protective mode. All right, let's see. We got, okay, well, the situation is coming to a close. Things are coming full circle, and it's coming with a great sense of victory for you because you got the 6 of Wands. We'll get into those in a minute. I got to get this last card. Here we go. Something to do with the past. The past always seems to creep up every once in a while. Certain thoughts, people, things. All right, let's get right into this. Number 21, beautiful World card. Things come full circle means the chapters in your life are beginning to close. You're closing out a chapter here because why? You are receiving the information that you need to remove the blindfold, to restore balance, fairness, justice in your life. Number 21, things are definitely coming full circle. The World card shows that when one chapter closes, a new chapter begins. We've got the Fool energy in the middle of this card. It's the last card. It's the last part of the Fool's journey. So I think that this is really showing that things are starting to wrap up. Things are starting to really close out nicely for you. We've got the 6 of Wands here, really extreme victory here, feeling achievement. And actually people around you are kind of giving you a round of applause because they see the hard work and the effort that you've been putting into all of this. They can also recognize that this has been a stressful time. But things are manifesting the way they are supposed to manifest for you. And even though it sometimes feels a little bit challenging, it's actually working out quite nicely for you. And I do believe it has something to do with the past. So let's get right into your clarifying cards. The World and the 6 of Wands shows the chapter closes with victory. All right, victory on your part. And this is more of a rewarding victory. So let's see. That's too many cards. Let's do that again. I just want 1 card, please, for number 21, the World, and the number 6, the 6 of Wands. Spirit, angels, guides for the beautiful sign Aries. There we go. Another Page of Pentacles. It certainly could have to do with somebody around you. I don't know why I'm feeling youthful energy. For those of you that do have children or you're working with people that are younger than you, and they might not even be physically younger than you. They could just be mentally younger than you. Maybe they're just not as mature. But I do believe that that's some sort of, if it's not a person, it is a message that's coming through, and the message is a very grounding message. So it could be an offer or an opportunity of some sort as well. It could have something to do with a work contract. Something is definitely closing out because I believe you're getting the insight that you need, and it is to do with victory. You're beginning a new adventure here, and you can see that the sun is shining behind you. So I feel like things are closing out positively for you, and I believe whatever this contract is, it's something that is going to show fairness. Let's see with the 6 of Wands and the 6 of Cups. Look at the 6s, 2 6s together there. So 6 is an important part. You got the 3 of Swords. Again, this is the healing card. It is part of the healer of the ages. Something from your past needs to be healed, and it will be healed because I see victory and I see a chapter closing here. It could have something to do with a person in your life that you need to heal this energy from. Let's see for the 3 and the Queen of Cups. The Queen of Cups is a very intuitive, loving, loyal, passionate, compassionate, empathetic energy. She could be a supportive energy in your life as you go through this healing process. I feel that you've got, if you are healing from something, because this is a healing card. The Three of Swords is, now it's time to remove these swords from your heart. Something from the past has kind of come up again, and it's time to remove those swords. And I believe that you have somebody around you, whether it's a friend, it could be a lover, it could be a family member, motherly energy, feminine energy, but not necessarily gender, but definitely supportive. She is somebody that you can wholeheartedly open up and you can express all of your feelings to. And she has a better understanding. So again, it's a wonderful support system here. But whatever you have been suffering from, whatever that may be, job, finances, communications, people in your life, love, platonic, family, whatever the case may be, it's something from the past that seems to keep kind of resurrecting itself. And I feel like you're finally able to get closure from it. And there definitely is some sort of a victory here. All right. Let's get your angel messages here. Let's find out what that angel message is for you. We just get 1 or 2 angel messages. Thank you. We've got 1 and 2. All right. We've got number 10, protection. It says strong protective magic for the family and the home. So there is a magic. That's why you've got the Magician twice here. And with that 10 of Pentacles, I do believe it has something to do with the family, with the home, with inheritance, with money, with stability. But there's protection all around you. Number 10. So that you are protected during going through the process of all of this as well. 10s are an important number, and 6s, very important numbers. And then we've got 7, breaking bad habits. It's self-acceptance and excellent mental health. How amazing is that? It's a breakthrough here. Definitely a breakthrough. All right, let's get an additional message for you, Aries. Let's find out what's happening here. One special angel message here as we begin to close out the reading. Thank you. And this is your special message here. It says, Spirit Guardian of Summer. The number is 37, and it is all about expansion. So something is expanding in your life. So it says, work with passion and don't hold back. Take positive steps in the direction of your dreams now in order to reap the harvest later. Your hard work will result in abundance, bounty, and beauty. Celebrate and enjoy the fruits of your labor. So all of that hard work that you've been putting into things, I think you're going to start to see that there is an expansion, that there is growth behind it. Number 37 in numerology is the number 10 as well. So 10s are a very important part of your path this week. And again, it is showing that things are starting to show some sense of completion here for you as well. You are healing, okay? The healing energy comes with clarity. It comes with removing the blindfold and seeing that balance can actually be restored in relationships, with money, with love, with family. We can balance all of that out, but it's really hard to do it if we feel like there's still some missing pieces. The pieces are coming together this week for you. All right, let's look at your energy here. So the card here is 888 and it's karma. It says balance, finances, success, wealth, cycles, and what goes around comes around. It says a lot of money is coming your way, and we see that with that 10 of Pentacles. Fortune refers to more than just monetary and material success. If you don't appreciate the people in your life now, you won't have them tomorrow. This message encourages you to take personal responsibility and use it to realize your greatest potential, because there is so much potential with those 2 Magician cards in your reading as well. Aries, thank you so very much for joining me today. I certainly hope that this makes some sense. Maybe it helps bring some light to a situation that you're going through. Please let me know in the comments. I love to connect with your energy. And until next week, sending love, light, and positive vibes.